A long time ago, a wealthy king had three beautiful daughters. They had everything they wanted offered to them on a platter of gold. However, only one thing was lacking in their life. None of them had a husband, nor did they have a suitor. This made the king very unhappy. He had food, but he could not eat. He asked his wife, "I want my children to be happily married, but they think that no one is good enough for them." The king's daughters were, however, not bothered. "I want to marry the richest man alive," said the oldest princess. "I want to marry the most handsome man," the younger princess said arrogantly. "And as for the youngest princess, I want to marry a king like my father. Only he will be richer and more powerful. Oh, what a life I shall live, being the queen of a great empire." Their mother, the queen, added, "Whoever marries my daughters will be a lucky man, seeing how beautiful they all are. Oh no, my daughters will only marry the best men in the whole land." The king's heart was very troubled. He told his wife, "I am finding my daughters men who will love and care for them. I will not watch them grow old without husbands and children." "Do whatever you want," said the queen, "but my daughters will only marry anyone who can tell their names. That way I will be sure they are marrying the wisest man in the entire land." It was announced throughout the land that the king wanted the wisest man to marry his children. Whoever could tell their names would be given their hands in marriage. The rich and famous went with gifts to the palace to try, but they couldn't guess the princesses' names. No one ever called them by their real names. Everyone called them the princesses. Soon, every available man in the land had gone to ask for the princesses' hands in marriage, but no one could tell their name. So Udata, a very crafty poor stranger living in the land, decided he would give it a try. But before he went to the palace, he sneaked around the princesses, following them everywhere without their knowledge. And just when he started to think there was no hope for him, luck smiled on him one day. The youngest princess went to the mountain top, dancing and singing. And in excitement, she began to sing with their names, calling out on her sisters by their names until she called hers too. That was how Udata knew all their names. He then went to the palace and told the king. The whole town gathered, and the poor crafty Udata said the name of each princess. Everyone was shocked. The king had no choice but to give all his daughters to Udata as his wives. The princesses and the queen were extremely sad, but there was nothing anyone could do, and so Udata started to take the princesses home as his wives. On their way to Udata's home, the princesses were so ashamed that they each chose a very different lifestyle rather than become the wife of Udata. And so it happened that since that day, no one ever saw any of the princesses again. The king and queen were very sad, but there was nothing they could have done. If only the princesses and their mother had known, they would not have been so proud and arrogant in choosing their husbands.